Welcome back guys, another day, another bathroom, and today I've got these Wood Effect 90 by 30 ceramic tiles and these 60 by 30 porcelain tiles. Now this wall, the main shower wall, is the porcelain ones there, and this back toilet wall with the recess is these Wood Effect ceramic tiles. And the top will probably have the porcelain tile on it. And I just wanted to show you today how I'd go about setting this out pretty much live really. I haven't been here that long, so I'll show you my exact method of how I'd go about this coming into the bathroom and what I'd look at first. So first thing I see here, it's got a big half height box in here, so ideally I'd always want a full tile to finish on the top of this with a cut. Especially with something like this, it's never going to look that great, to be honest. So that's the first thing I'd look at. Then I'll be looking at the niche or recess, how that works out with the tiles, whether it's a full tile off the bottom, top, etc. But this sort of half height here would be the most important thing as you're walking in. So that's what I'll concentrate on first, just setting out this feature wall. So the other thing, this would be trimmed on here. We'd always put the trim with the thin side facing like this, so that means the tile needs to come up by the thickness of the tile, so your tile would finish probably about 10mm above it there. So if I put the camera here, I'll show you exactly what I do to set this out. Nice. So first thing I do is put a level on the top and see what it's doing. That looks pretty level there. Check it that side. That's high there. Pretty level there. It's not too bad. So just the left hand side here is high. So you want to always come off the highest point. So with a 2mm. Yeah, so with a 2mm spacer there, that is now level. So when I'm taking my height for setting out the height for the tiles, I'll be taking it off the highest point over here because this can all be built up to level. Otherwise you'll have an issue here where this part's higher. So always work off the highest point on something like that. And obviously you can see I've laid out the tiles on the floor with 2mm spaces in them like this. So they're all tight, all lined up. So I would just get my tape. The top of the tile will be there where it finishes and the trim goes on. And I would mark the top of this tile's joint here, as that would be my floor cut in this instance. So I've got the mark on the tape there, that's the top of that tile. Okay, so we've got our mark and we want to be coming off the highest point here. Now the tile's going to come 10mm higher, so we'd have to put the tape, that's to allow for the thickness for the reverse trim. So I'm going to put the tape on 1cm or 10mm there. And then I can mark my mark that I just marked on the tape, just double check it that it's okay, down here. I'll leave that camera down so you can see that better. So this mark down here is the top of the tile. So I would draw a level line through here because I'd always work from the floor up with a bigger tile. So, not the greatest pen in the world, looks never better. Find a better pen. Okay, right, there we go, that's a bit more visible. So this line is the top of our tile and the bottom, so we can just check that now with the tape. We know these tiles are 30cm. See what the cut is to the floor. Now that's about 31cm, 310mm. The floor's being tiled, so I could drop it ever so slightly, maybe 2mm on here, So there'd be a little gap, it's only this part over here. Once the floor's tiled, that gap won't be there, so that'll be fine. And then I would just check various other things like the shower plate, again allowing that my tile's going to be slightly above it, which is there, so the tile comes through there, so that's a fine cut through there, it'll be out the middle of the tile. That's a vanity unit, toilet, none of that matters. And then the only other thing is the recess. So again, I'll just put my tape 10mm higher of that bit roughly, and you see I've got a line here. So a tile actually comes through the centre of that. I think that's about the centre, 16. Yeah, so that's even better. So the joint comes right through the centre of the recess as well. So for me, there's too many things that work out well. So that's exactly what I'd go with for the wooden tile on that wall. And then widthways, again, as it's a feature wall, I would more than likely just centre this. I'll roughly have a look at that now. So we call that 219. So that is we do it at 110, 110, we'll split the difference. So it's good to mark both sides as well, then you've got accurate marks now just going between them 2 points, and that's our centre. So the tiles are 900, so now we can just check it either side of the line. That doesn't look amazing, so we'll check it just that way as well, just to see. It's alright on the flusher. So then we'll look at the centre of the tile. So I'm going to put 45 centimetres on the tape. And that will bring us there. Gives us a cut 65 centimetres. Just check it to that flusher. That's fine, it's that full tile. So that will probably be the way I go. I'll probably centre the tile between the centre mark here, because it's a bigger cut either side. It would be nice to have a better cut around there, but it's one or the other really with that. So that would be my setup for the wooden tiles. And then for the porcelain tiles, I'll just show you here. So as always with tiles, they're actually under 30, so they're, and that is 30. So the joints will not line up. They may line up at one stage, but they would start going out. But I will probably line the tiles up if I can here, because on eye line, at least this joint continues round, even though down here where the grey porcelain tiles are smaller, the joint will go out. But you're silicon that, and there's not much you can really do about that, but I'd still prefer an eye line, but at least they kind of look the same here. So again, for this, all I need to do is check to the ceiling now, and just to make sure that works. So I can just roughly do that with the tape again. I can find a pen. So again, our tile would be finishing about there, our wooden one. So if we're taking the same line, 3 tiles is going to be roughly 90 centimetres with a couple of spaces. Yeah, and that gives us 10 centimetres off the tile at the top. So that'll be absolutely fine for me. And then widthways. For this one, 2 options. You either centre this wall, again this is the feature wall, so you'd want this centred, so you're either centre the tile from here to here, or from here to here. So I look at both options with this and see what works out. Maybe I'll get something where it looks like the bit that comes off of this tile here goes in. Frank's gone this morning, right, 96. Yeah, okay. Again, do a mark either side, check, and then I know my centre is in between them marks. And again, with the tape, I can just quickly go either side of the line, which gives us 36 centimetres there. Not a bad cut there, to be fair. It's also going to be the same, but this end here, I'll just flip you around. Because this is the end of the shower here, this will have a bit of trim on it and it'll be a full tile off. I wouldn't put a cut down there. That's where the tile ends out. If I come either side of the centre, which works out there, then I've got that bit, and that's only about 4 centimetres off of a full tile. So I'd probably go with that because I know I've got a decent cut into there. And that'll be the set out. So I've got the height, it's going to be the same as the wood. Down to the floor, I know it's going to be okay because our tile comes way down onto the floor here to the shower tray. And to be honest, don't need to worry about the shower controls. There's nothing really else to set out. So yeah, that's pretty much my process, but I'll put some lines around now and I'll cut into this video and I'll show you some of the tiling once it's done. And there we go, I just put the lines around there. So we've got the centre line there, and I say we're going with the tile in the middle of the centre lines. It'll be here somewhere. We've got our bottom line too, which we're cut to, and we'll work that the pen is showing, and then we'll just go on top of that, and then that will get us our 10mm above here. I've just continued the line around here for the 60 by 30, so I know what I'm working to there. And I'll probably actually do this wall first, as again it's the main kind of wall and these can go into it either side. So I will do this wall first and I'll work off of this line, and again I'll do the same thing with the 60 by 30s. I'll just put them on the floor because they're a different size to these, and just get my bottom line for these ones, and I'll work off of that, and that will be a separate entity. And if I didn't say, obviously these tiles are just laid landscape, there's no brick bond or thirds, they're just stacked on top of each other. Pattern ones are pretty self-explanatory. And now I've just drawn that starting line down the bottom there, and it's quite good to show you here that even though these tiles are only 2mm difference in size and they're both starting at here, you can see by these two lines, that's the difference that they'll be out, and that's at 2mm carried on over that distance down. But like I say, they'll both be on the same line here. We've got a centre line on, we know on this wall we're going either side of it. We'll cut them all into this line. We would never use a batten or anything like that, we'll just work up with that. And yeah, that's good to go. Right guys, I've got some tiles on the wall now, so you can see that theory in practice. And like I say, now this kind of looks like the tiles wrapping around with the full tile off there. Trim's on there, which is a nice colour, actually matches the tile nicely. And obviously I put the tile centre of that, so we've got the same cut either side to the box in. Now we're just cutting in the bottom cut here, which is going to start on the line that we just talked about. And then while I'm doing it, I'm just looking at this vanity unit that's going on here, and with the sort of cross in the pattern. And I think I'm going to change my mind to actually putting the cross down the centre of the basin, because I think again visually that will look nice. The centre of this basin is actually on this cold feed here, so it'd be shifting it across to there. It would actually give me a bit more of a bigger cut there, so the full tile would finish around there, which then looks pretty much symmetrical with that side. So that's probably what I'm going to go with. I'll be a bit more happier about that. I'll just have to check it to this toilet flush here, but it's going to probably come somewhere around that. But I'll probably take that over the fact that when you walk in, you have the centre of the cross of the wood effect tile going down the basin, and then that looks relatively symmetrical. So I'll cut back in a sec when I do some tiling, and let's see what she looks like. Right, cool, I just whipped a couple of them up, and I'm pretty happy actually that I changed my mind on that, because now hopefully you can see with the way this this pattern is here, that'll be straight down, and say the centre of the tap will be on the cold pipeline there, so it's straight down the centre. And that works out very well with the recess actually, because that's actually the same distance from there to there. So yeah, good to change my mind on that one. And this gap down the bottom I was talking about earlier isn't actually too bad either. And looking at the state of the floor, if I put a level on it, it's massively out anyway, so it's going to need a good bit of self-levelling over there, because that side's probably just about 4mm over there. So I will have to self-level this section of the floor, but whichever way, if that gap was the final gap, by the time the floor tile goes on it, that would be fine. So a little insight there guys into how I go about setting out bathrooms. Like I say, it's quite good to just show you live, going through my thought process, and even changing the tiles on the basin there just to make that work better. You can just see how I'd go about it. And like I always say, tile set out is subjective. Everyone has their different ways of doing things, but this is the way I went about it in this bathroom. So I'll say take care guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.